We'll watch the Wolverines in this one as they go up against the home team. Taking a look at this home squad, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan along. Hey, Dave.
In the last...
It sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Wolverines. I know they would have liked a better start, but they're 10th in the conference right now.
I think for the Wolverines, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
So the Wolverines starting 5. And it's Myers in at the 2. They've got Barrett. And it's McCoy in at the 3 slot. Right side Landry. Passes to Myers. 3-pointer. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Here's Williamson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. Yeah, on the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. So we need to make some changes.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now Haywood. And tipped. The pass to Kent. It's blocked. And they're able to recover. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. From outside the arc. Sinks the 3-pointer.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary. Even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Now, here is Landry. Down low. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Pass to Myers. Shoots the 3. The shot will not fall. Gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. That one good for 2. Williamson's got 8 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Time called here. The Wolverines decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Waters. Pass to Stone. This one for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Took him no time at all on that one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Passes it to Waters. The pass to Garner. Shot clock at 6.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. One-on-one here. The layup off target.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
The Wolverines shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the home team with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And for the Wolverines, we've got Stone. He's out there with Erickson, and it's Popovich in at the four-man position. It's rebounded by Waters.
He's not doing his team any good by taking shots from that range.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of shot helps with is your opponent's chance of winning.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear pass. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what do you look for all the time in replays when you see that call? It's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Stone, out to the wing. Here's Myers, drains it from beyond the arc.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
The 11-footer, that's good from Williamson on the assist from West. Williamson's got 10 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Kent. It's rebounded by West.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Erickson with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Williamson. Williamson.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
That free throw good from Williamson. Landry with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Kent. Back to Landry. To the paint. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Stanley, the pass to Carpenter. Jacks up a three. No good that time. The Wolverines have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. From about 19 feet. They get the rebound. Good on the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. The Wolverines making a switch here. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, here is Landry. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. 17 seconds left to play here in the half. Good on the triple. Here's Landry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Kent. Here's Haywood. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss.
What a shot! Yummy! And so it's the home team. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Taking a look at this home squad. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside.
And that's good.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Has been just great so far, up at 56%. We've got Williamson, and it's Stanley in at the 1. And for the Wolverines, and it's Chen in at the 5 down low. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Tries again. McCoy passes to Carpenter. And here is Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. Stanley. And out of bounds as the Wolverines gain possession.
And looking now at some numbers for Landry, how he performed last season. Last year, averaged 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. You know, year one, he was learning the ropes. I think he's hoping to make a much bigger impact in his second campaign.
Absolutely. As a rookie, the game just goes incredibly fast. Sophomore year, things start to slow down.
It's blocked. The pass to Kent. Takes a 3. The shot missing.
Well, if they got a favorite play, Kevin, it might be time to break it out. 0 of 4 to start it.
And that one's good. Williamson.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Now, here is Landry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important? And sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Got a piece of it, but they'll get another chance. Poked away. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. The Wolverines making a switch here. Erickson's checked in. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Got that bucket in no time at all. Here's Stone. He's got 8. Pass to Chen. Here's Stone to the middle, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Barrett off target at the rim. The Wolverines have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. To the inside. And stolen by Williamson. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And the basket by Waters.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
On deep. The shot comes out. Now the Wolverines take it the other way.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
An ugly 27% since halftime. No good on the quick 3. The Wolverines have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here. About 46% for the game. From deep three-point range and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Shooting 41% for the game. Here's Landry. Sweet little floater. Landry's got his first points in this one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Off target from the baseline. The Wolverines have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Haywood gets the bucket. Haywood's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Outside Landry. The teardrop falls in. Landry's got his second bucket tonight.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is. Every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The home team leading by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Stolen away. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Wolverines. And it's Haywood in at the small forward position.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Right wing. Here's McCoy. Nailed from three-point land.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Time called here. The Wolverines decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I listened in on what the head coach of the Wolverines said to his squad. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Kent. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
They get it back. Pass to Chen. He kicks it to Landry. Here's the floater. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Stanley, the pass to McCoy. No good with the layup. The Wolverines have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Kent. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Inside. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Wolverines take it the other way. To the inside. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Barrett, no good. The Wolverines have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Myers passes to Chen to tie it up. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Great open look there.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now the pass to Myers. Launches a 3, and the Wolverines another 3.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Nice open look, but it's no good. The Wolverines making a switch here. Stones checked in. Time called here. The Wolverines decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The Wolverines have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Myers to tie it up. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And here's Barrett. And it's denied. Fast break. Here come the Wolverines. Here's Kent, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
But they recover it. And it's Williamson missing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Myers passes to Chen, all by himself. Here's Stanley. Count it!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Time called here. The Wolverines decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Here's Stone. To the middle. This is it to Myers. From deep. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so they get the victory here at home. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering.